Welcome race fans to round 6 of the Sim Racing Mania Gt3 Challenge Championship, whatever you want to call it. Championship, we'll use that word. Where Colin and Jack are going to be taking on Monza, along with all the other amazing drivers like Tomas and Michael Brooks, who's actually racing today, even though he's sick. Jordan Schwartz, Nikolai, all those good guys. Anti-Rassi is still sick, so he's not going to be racing today. But they're going to be taking them on at Monza. As you can see, it's a 5.8 kilometer track, 3.6 miles, and it has 11 corners. The Temple of Speed. Honestly, it's just straights and then chicanes. There's no other corners on this track, really. And it is the Italian hands track. It is in Monza, Italy. Parabolica is the only one. Well, Parabolica and turn 3 are the only really long sweeping corners. The rest of them are all chicanes. Like, who could make up any more of a simple track to remember? Not to drive, just to remember. Just to remember. With that being said, let's go over our standings thus far after 5 rounds. Your top 3, Michael Nizio stayed in first place, just gaining a little more of advantage on his, as Colin goes into the thing while I'm trying to pick people that are driving around. Has kept his lead, just increasing it by a couple points. Andrea Zampini has moved up to 2nd, and Nikolai Bezrukov has moved up to 3rd. So your top 3 so far. Anti-Rassi, after missing last round, has moved down a couple spots, and Mada has moved down a couple spots with one of his, well, he tied him with his poorest finish so far, but nothing major. Ben Sculian gone up a couple spots with his massive win last week. Giuseppe Pastore went up a couple spots with his massive points gain last week. Colin forgot to put in his points for round 5. I don't know why. Oh no, you know why? Because Colin put his points in for round 5 under round 4. So I have to go back and change that. So Colin's in P8, went down a couple spots. Tomas went down a couple spots, and Camille went up a spot or 2. I rounds out your top 10. Coming to your top 20 here, you got Dennis Van de Ven, Francesco Bernardi, Paolo Nucci, Michael Brooks. Francesco Bernardi will not be racing today from what I saw. He had a pretty nasty penalty, which I'll go over after last round, so I think that's why he's opted in not race today. Then we got Michael Brooks, who's actually being able to race today even though he's sick. Jordan Schwartz, who's going to be racing. Jack Trewick actually went up 2 spots from 18th to 16th with a good points haul last week, coming in P8, but with the penalties it moved him up. I think it moved him up to P6, and Colin went down to P8, so that's why Jack went up a couple spots and Colin went down a couple spots. Jack Romania in 17th went down a spot or 2. Pedro Gomez went up a couple spots. Matteo Vernol went down a couple spots. He had a really unlucky race last week. Andy Birch went up a couple spots to finish out your top 20. Coming into the next 10 here, Jonas Lagesson, Roma, and Roman went down a couple spots. Valentin Iliev and Flavio Azzori went up a spot each, I think. Andre Kananowicz went down. Josh Van der Stern went up a couple spots. Colin 4th. Jean-Michel Loriou, who we haven't seen in 3 races, and Johan Carlson all went down a little bit. And Vitaly Vitt went up a couple spots, as he actually got some points last week, so good for him. Congrats. His first points finish this season. Going into the next 10, Alberto Aznaghi. Actually, Mirko Fortuna and Dastan are the only ones that actually went up spots, and that's just because of people going out and down. Yes, Colin, I have the stream live this time, so we won't miss the qualifying, okay?
Press the go button.
I did press the go button this week, so we should be okay. And then everybody else is going down, moving down a couple spots as drivers actually get some more points and stuff. And then at the back of the pack, we have a few guys that haven't actually raced at all. And then we have Dino, who has been in every race. I think he's just out there just to have fun, not really try hard, just out there having fun, having a gay old time. And then we have Antonio Mastro and JJ Mistral just taking the spots up in front of him. So now, like Colin has said in the chat, we're going to go to qualifying here in a second when it starts. However, I'm going to go over incident reports because, yeah, there was lots of them. just as a FYO, there was a lot of incidents last race. Okay, so first one, Antonello Mastro got a 10-second time penalty for squeezing out Francesco Bernardi. JJ Mistral got a 5-place grid penalty. They weren't able to give him a time penalty because he didn't finish the race. So they gave him a 5-place grid penalty for this race for making contact with Francesco Bernardi. Jack Germania got a 20-second time penalty for, again, having contact with Andy Birch. Then we have poor Dino. Within 3 corners, he had 50 seconds worth of penalties. So the poor guy had 50 seconds worth of time penalties applied to his race at the end, which is why I say I think he's just out there to have fun and kind of dick around. Then we get into Matteo Vernol got a 20-second time penalty for unsafe pit exit. And then we all watched the little incident with Colin and Matteo on stream, where Colin kind of outbroke himself, misses breaking point, what have you, and pushed Matteo off track. So Colin got a 20-second time penalty for that. However, what I found out after that we didn't catch on stream was Matteo went on track and then spun himself out, and instead of getting back on track safely, he reversed down the track on the straight and then did a J-turn to get himself facing the right direction. So he got a 30-second time penalty. We are on board with Matteo right now, and a 15-place grid penalty for this race. So he's already starting on the back foot. So if he qualifies second place, he's getting bumped all the way back down to 17th to start. Then Matteo also got a warning for ignoring blue flags last race. So that was a pretty bad penalty. However, then we get to Francesco Bernardi. He got disqualified from last race, and he's got to start at the back of the grid this race. Like I said, he's not actually racing today, and I think this is why. Where he lost control of his car, did not hold the brakes at all, spun back out onto the track, and caused, I think it was caused Jordan Schwartz to crash into him. I think we actually saw that on stream, but they deemed it as literally reading the words from the stewards completely unacceptable. So he was disqualified from last race, and he had to start at the back for this race. Now I don't know how that's going to work because he doesn't show up this race. I don't know how it's going to work if they're going to put that start at the back for next race, or what they're going to do, but we will find out.
Yeah, if SRM was
Yeah, I'll definitely be talking to Michael and Dino about it or whatever, and seeing what their protocol is going to be for said situation. We can't hear Jack's car, so I'm going to turn him right up. This mod apparently has their cars turned way down for some reason. I don't know. As Jack is starting his flying lap. Now, Jack had a very, very quick first sector from what I was seeing in practice. He had an amazing first sector, about half a second faster than most of the other drivers on track except for three. And then he kind of loses it in second sector, and I think it's because of Lesmo 1 and 2. And then he's kind of even in sector 3, so we'll see how Jackaboy does. Jack told me before stream, before the race, he's just trying to go for a good points haul like he had last week. So keeping that in mind, as long as he just pushes to get a good points haul, he'll be totally fine. That's usually what happens with Jack, because he just pushes for good points and doesn't make any mistakes. Stays on track, and he actually gets more points than he thought he was going to come out with. So Colin, on the other hand, I'm not sure about him. I'm not sure what his plan of attack or strategy is. I know with his penalty, it did move him down 2 spots. He actually finished last week, which bumped him down to 8th place in the standings from 6th to 8th in the standings. But we will we'll see. Why can't I get inside? That's the button I wanted to do. Jack Boy's gonna come by. The provisional 8th so far. Let's go on board with Mr. Colin, who's out. I think he's just on his warm-up lap at the moment. Yeah, it looks like he's just on his warm-up lap, so this is just on. Let's see how Colin is. But Jack in a provisional 8th, that's pretty good, considering some of these guys that were putting in really good times now. Cars are really loud. Oh, there we go. Because I'm inside the car, that's why. How's that? Anti-Rassi should be here. He's still sick. I'm on board with Colin, yep. I'm getting orders from Colin to make sure he's on stream right now.
Stealing screen time. Who's the boss here?
Is my mic better there, Anti? Is it anti or anti? I feel like I've been saying it wrong, but I'm not sure. I've been saying anti, but I don't know if it's anti or anti. I kind of want to know. If not, I'll just call him Rassi from now on. Rassi's a cool name. Alright, Colin is starting his run. Let's give his car some screen time. See, now if I go outside, I have to turn the game up. If I go outside the car, for whatever reason, the cars are super, super quiet. And then I have to turn the cars back down if I go inside the car. It's really weird. Oh, shh. Valerio Margarito, 20 seconds off pace. I don't know. He must have had a really bad flying lap. That's unfortunate. I haven't seen that kind of a time gap for a long time. Alright, let's see how Colin does here. So far, Nikolai is on pole with a 46.4. I know I was seeing the likes of Tomas and Michael doing 45s in practice, so we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Michael Brooks is on his flying lap at the moment. Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah, that makes total sense. Well, now I know your finish, so that's good. I didn't know that before. Look at Miko. I've been pronouncing it pretty well so far. Look at me. I am super proud of myself right now. That's awesome. Oh, Tomas, like I said, on pole. About 4/10 off of his practice lap time, but 46.1 for pole. Jordan Schwartz actually moves Matteo down one spot as well. Ben Sculian having a hard time only qualifying 5th. Colin coming across line of provisional 7th. And I think that was better than his practice lap time. Let me just take a double gander here. 47.1. The Corvette on this track. So Jacoboy Trewick is all the way down into P18th. Provisionally, there are still a few guys that have to come across the line, but it's going to be a slog fest to see who can make the tires last the longest, I think. Because tires aren't going to be that much of an issue. It's going to be more fuel and making sure you use that draft, and if you have to, you get a draft partner. Holy, the difference between Dennis Van de Ven and Ben Sculian is 8/1000ths of a second different. Holy crap. Well, that's not too bad. Jacoboy's only a 10th off of Dastan. There's a lot of really close times in here. Holy. The biggest gap is about 4/10 almost. And then we get to the very back of the pack where the gaps are like 2 seconds and 15 seconds. But the biggest gap between the close guys is about 4/10 of a second, which is it's beautiful to see. And with the last couple guys starting to come across the line, it has moved Jack Boy Treywick down to provisional 20th and Colin down to provisional 9th. So Colin might still have a spot in the top 10. We don't know yet. Let's go on board with Jack Jormania here. And somebody's already got disqualified, I'm assuming, for doing too many laps. As I mentioned earlier, you only have 3 laps. So you have your out lap, flying lap, and then your slow in lap, cool down lap, whatever you want to call it. Looks like Francesco. Oh, Francesco did show up today. I just seen him pop in the screen there. Look at that. So Francesco playing it safe, not putting a qualifying time down, just saying he's there.
Yeah.
He's just gonna hang out.
What did you say? A 15-place grid penalty?
No, that's Matteo.
Oh, okay.
So Matteo, even though he says he's in 5th, he qualified 5th. He's actually going to be starting in 20th.
All right.
And then Francesco has just to start at the back. He's taken a new engine, all that good stuff, all new engine parts and everything, so he's going to be starting at the back of the pack. Lots of penalties. So it's gonna be an interesting race. It's gonna be very interesting race. Where there's Destin, I just watched him drive out of the pits. So, ooh, somebody trying to pull a Bottas coming out of the pit lane there. That looked like Matteo, but there's like 4 cars that all look the same, so I can't really tell. All right, well, while these guys are doing warm up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play our little commercial video here. I'm going to go take a quick rest stop, and then I'll be right back. Alright, I am back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages and ethnicities, and climates, yeah. I don't know about you guys, but we just got our first snowfall this weekend. Yeah, we woke up to like 12 inches of snow after it was like 20 degrees the day before. So yeah, about 12 or 13 inches, yeah. Jesus. Yeah.
You know what, Americans? We can do both.
I don't want to go the other joke because they're just going to make more fun of us that way. No, Anti is not racing. Anti's not racing. He's still sick, I'm assuming. He got COVID last week, and I'm assuming he's still recovering from it. So, like a smart person, he is. Just hanging out, chilling out with us. He doesn't have Michael to banter with this week, unfortunately, because Michael is racing. But maybe I'll get all the dirty deeds if he's in the voice chat with them. Are you feeling like better though, or are you still really like feel really crappy? Because I know people start to get, like, I've heard people they start to feel better after a few days, and then other people are still like feel like they still have COVID for like a week and a half after it's gone, apparently. Ah, good man. You don't have to listen to the whining like Michael was last week. You know, Michael's gonna go back and watch this stream, and he's gonna be like, what is that you talking about us and our voices? Yeah, but you guys all race together. Oh, big shunt. I don't even know who that was. Who's all out on track? Oh, it might have been Arcturus? I don't know who it was. Yeah. At least you don't have a fever now. That's part of the. I bet you still have like a nasty cough or something though, right? Alright. Well, I'm gonna go over the starting grid, I guess, because we're almost at race time. I don't think they're gonna have. Oh, Mateo with a massive crash. It's a good thing it's just warm up. That was actually really impressive. You've already had it once? This is your second time getting it? Wow. I don't know if you're just unlucky or what, but when Michael told me that he had the cold, I was like, I think the two of you need to stay away from each other. You're just making each other sick over and over again. Alright, well, let's go over the starting order here. Let's do this. Oh, why is it starting so far back? I don't know why it started so far back. Hold on. Oh, because it's only going off the people that have set lap times, I bet. I'll do it at the start of the race. These guys are just in warm-up. They have about 2 minutes left. And then we will... then we'll get to the race. These guys are just trying to put more rubber down on the track. That bright blue. Jeez, you were just unlucky, man. I don't know what to say. That's just really unlucky. Oh, Colin's out there. There he is. That's honestly, dude, that's just unlucky. I fortunately have not had it since it was a thing. I got it before it was considered COVID. It was just considered like just an infection. I got it the November before the November of 2018, before it was actually called COVID. And it had me down and out for like 6 weeks before I actually got better. But I haven't had it since then, knock on wood. Which is nice. Hey, just think, at least your immune system's gonna be so OP now that you should never get it ever again. Maybe. But you'll have to see. Was your smoke good? It's just the boss going out for a dart. Yeah, it was pretty brutal. It honestly was not fun. I will tell you that right now. Kinda, yeah. Well, he's had it twice. This is the second time getting it. Poor guy. I did not get a I could get a camera going. Oh, we just need that one that's there. It would take me a little bit, but I could get it going. We're going to the race though, so. And we'll have it for the end. All right, here we go. Race is getting underway. So let's do this. Let's see who dies in turn 1. Thankfully, for the drivers, not so much for me, but for the drivers, there's no rain in the forecast at Monza today. There was apparently like 3 days ago, there was supposed to be like rain all day long, and and that has changed since then. It's like maybe a slight chance of showers, but now it's saying that yeah, there probably won't be any showers. So we're gonna have no rain turn 1 mayhem, but hopefully for our entertainment's sake, there's a little bit of turn 1 mayhem. But we will have to wait and see. We still have to do our formation lap and stuff. All right, let's wait until everybody's out of the pits. Starting grid. Let's see if this actually works this time. There we go. All right. So, starting on the front row, we got Tomas and Michael. Row 2, we have Nikolai Bezrikov, Jordan Schwartz. Then right behind them, row 3, we have Michael Nitzio and Ben Sculian. Row 4, we have Dennis Vandeven and Colin Sanders. Remember, everybody back that was behind P5 is going to get bumped up one spot, well, at least 15 people because of Mateo's penalty. Andy Birch and Mada on row 5, Andrea Zampini and Paolucci on row 6. Valentin Iliev and Camille on row 7, Arturas Kamal and Andrei Kananowicz on row 8. Jacques Germania and Vitaly Vit, row 9, Dastan and Mateo getting bumped all the way back down to 20th, rounding out row 10. Jack Trewick getting bumped all the way down to P21 for his provisional qualifying time, alongside Flavio Azzori in row 11. Colin 4th and Denis Lysenko in row 13. Sorry, I missed row 14 or 12. That's my bad. Mistral and Alberto in row 19. Valerio and Rafa in row 15. Francesco Bernardi and Antonello Mastro in row 16. That, for some reason, does... Oh no, Antonello Mastro got DQ. And then Dino... Why is Dino at the very back? Technically shouldn't... Technically, Dino should be up 2 spots, should he not? Because, one, let me go back to my list here. Antonello Mastro DQ'd in qualifying, so he should technically start from the back. And then Francesco Bernardi had a start from the back penalty, so then he should start alongside Antonello Mastro, which means Dino should start up 2 spots. Unless he's told everybody that he wants to be starting at the back. That's all I can assume. Because technically he should start last to first challenge with with the way he drove last week. 50 seconds worth of penalties in 3 corners? I don't know about that. You know, speaking of which, I have not actually seen Dino's full potential. Because every time I see him, he's just kind of driving slow at the back of the pack or getting penalties or whatever. So, is Margarito out there? No, he can't be out. He's out there. Why did I just see he's in the books? Let's do this. I want to see like him actually push and see how good he actually is. I'm hearing some chatter from Jackaboy in the back, and it sounds like he's only seeing a couple cars on track. So I don't know what's going on, but we will see what happens as we come into the penultimate corner. Everybody's gonna start to bunch up now, coming onto the start-finish straight. I want to see some shenanigans in turn 1, but I know these guys don't want to, so I'm kind of it's like a double-edged blade. I'm kind of on the edge. And off we go. There's the green flag. Matteo Vernol already gets a penalty right off the start. Oh, I clicked on the wrong guy, but that's okay. Look at them. They're 3 wide. Here we go to turn 1. 3 wide at the front. Tomas just squeezes the other 2 out. Let's get Colin. Colin kept his spot in 8th. He didn't lose any spots, and they actually gained some room to the guys behind him. So where's Jackaboy? What happened to him? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, Jack lost a couple spots going to turn 1, but nothing major. He's still there. He's gonna have the inside line. Jesus, that's a lot of cars. Jack with the dive. Oh, that was a really good move. He just got squeezed between 2 guys. That's okay. That's okay. That just made him fly up to P19. Holy. All right, so we had turn 1, 2, and turn 4, 5. That's awesome. Colin and Jackaboy doing their talking. The draft is going to be super important on this track with how long this track is. Oh, here we go. Michael Brooks is making the move up the inside of Nikolai. Should easily be able to make that move stick. Nikolai's going to go. No, he's not going to have enough speed to get the cut back. But that's going to give Jordan Schwartz the ability to come back on Nikolai now. Here we go. Let's see who's got the power, that Mercedes or that Porsche. Which German car has more top end? I'm going to give it to the Mercedes only because he's got a draft. Only because he's got the draft. Jordan. Oh, no. I don't know what happened there. Everything kind of lagged out for a second. Why are you giving me this stupid views? Give me the good views. Thank you. Colin's up into P6 after all this stuff is said and done. Jackaboy Treywick still in P19. Gotta wait for everybody to kind of spread out a little bit so we don't have so much. I love it though. I love it though. I love it. That's why you watch NASCAR, right? That's the only reason why you watch NASCAR. 400 laps of crashing. Yeah, that's about right. Little battles kind of taking place all over the place now. Everybody's starting to find their rhythm. And Tomas has already pulled out a 2-second gap to Michael behind him. So, to all of the SRM admins, BOP Tomas to be a little bit slower, please. He's way too fast in that Porsche. It must be the lovemaking. For any of you not familiar, I think I went over this a couple streams ago. I think it was Anti-Rassi and Tomas have a very loving relationship with their Porsche 911 GT cars. So we are we're on board with Madar right now, who is trying to make a move on Andrea Zampini in the R8. That Boatley, I think, is going to be very hard to get around these corners, considering it's like an extra 2 feet longer than most of the cars that are on track right now. It's so big and so long. Hey, or he. At this point, it could be he, too. Oh, Jesus. Don't mind us, guys. We're just, yeah. Woo! We got Mr. Sculian and Vandeven going at it here. Team Future and Team Future Red going at it. There's like little, with Colin right behind him, so if these guys keep battling, Colin's going to be able to catch up. And because this track isn't super hard on your tires, depending on how you drive, you should be able to make it. The tires shouldn't be an issue. It'll be how long you can make your fuel last. So some of these drivers might be able to do 2 stints on mediums or whatever, vice versa, softs or whatever. So we will see what happens. Everybody's starting to spread out a little bit. Paolo Nucci, we've got a battle with Paolo Nucci and Matteo Vernol. Holy, Andy Birch and Antonella Mastro have already DNF'd right off the start. All the turn 1 incidents. Oh, Mateo's in the pits doing his, serving his drive-through penalty, I'm assuming. Oh my god, Mateo, stop dropping down the leaderboard. I want to see where you are. If it's a drive-through or if it's a stop and go. I think it's just a drive-through. Jacoboy? I don't know. He's dropped down a lot of spots. It's all these cars pushing through the corners. And the Corvette is not the strongest car on this track, by a long shot. They're having so much trouble in the slow corners that they're just getting eaten going into the slow corners. So, but they will figure it out. Jack and Colin always figure it out. And Jack's keeping up pretty good with Colin Forth here. They've had some good battles in the past. Let's see. Whoa. Colin Forth getting a little bit out of sorts, taking too much exit curb. Coming into Lesmo. I think it's Lesmo on this track. I can never remember. Suzuka and Monza. I always get their double right-handers confused. I think it's Degna 1 and 2 on Suzuka and Lesmo 1 and 2. Or Nesmo 1 and 2 on Monza, I think. But Colin getting some spots back already. We just hopped on board and he's already gained 2 spots. Gotten past Arcturus, Kamal, and Colin Forth in about half a lap. So he definitely has the pace. It's just a matter of, as Arcturus gets all kinds of squirrely through Ascari. Holy. Oh, just up. We got Jordan Schwartz and Mistral going at it. Drag race into the penultimate corner. And that Porsche just having a little more top end. Ooh, Mistral has to check up. Almost comes in the back of Jordan Schwartz. Maybe Dino heard me. He's actually, looks like he's actually trying now. He's got the stream on his second monitor and he's like, oh, they want to see my pace. Hey, all right, let's go. He's giving it to Rafa here. I mean, he's up in the 21st already, so he's gained 12 spots in like 4 laps. Dino in that Dino mobile. everybody else is starting to spread out. Man. Sorry I went quiet for a second. We're just getting some good news here at the venue, so. We were just having a quick little celebration. Me and Howard. Okay, Dino, come on. Let's see what you can do. Ferrari v Ferrari. And then you got, I think that's Jordan Schwartz coming up behind you. Ben is in the future red BMW. Schwartz is in the future red Porsche, and there's nobody else on the team. Easy to remember. Just kind of in the background there, yeah. All right, I'm gonna go on board with Michael and Michael. Nizio, we're on board with Michael Nizio right here. He's got a draft. Damn, 4 future cars and top 5 guys roaring when they don't have to hear my voice. Did you hear that? Team Future guys? Anti is not going to be in voice chat anymore because you guys drive better without him in chat. Let's see how Nizio can do. This is Michael on Michael. That just sounds so bad in my head. Oh, Nizio going for the outside line. Drag race in the chicane number 2. This is turn 4-5. Lots of respect. Oh, Nizio taking a little bit too much curb. That's okay. Brooks took a little bit too much curb on the left-hander. Or the right-hander. Sorry, I'm going the wrong way. Doing a little bit of switchback between the two of them. The other way. It's funny because when we put people in a VR, you tell them to turn left. What do they do? Turn right. Every time. Every single time. We can't, guys, I can't even make it up. I can't. There will be a push to not talk button introduced. Hey, if you come up with that button, I'm sure you will have a lot of people wanting. Thrustmaster Fantech will be going after you like crazy to get that tech. Alright, let's see if Michael Nizio can make this move this time. This just sucks that the cars are so evenly paced that no matter what they do, they're just gonna, draft is just gonna tow each other along, right? Okay, now we're gonna get a good little draft here. Let's see how Nizio can do against Brooks. And you got Schooling and Vandeven in the background too. Yeah, here he goes. Pulling to the outside. Okay, Brooks is defending really hard. Nice and respectful, nice and respectful, nice and respectful. Well done, well done. Oh, well done. These are the two that were doing it in Indianapolis at Le Mans too. The respect these two have. Well done. Okay, is he going to try to... No, he's not going to peek. He knew what happened last time. He's not going to peek. Make a button box with just a push to not talk. Okay, that was some excitement. Okay, I'm sorry, but if these guys who are not professional race car drivers can go side by side through turn 1-2 at Monza, and guys like Verstappen and Hamilton can't without crashing, who's the professional? Just saying. Ooh, here we go. Nice little three-way battle. We got Nikolai and... Is it this box I want? This box I want. We got Nikolai, Valentine, and Camille going at it in a little three-way battle here. Hey, look at that. The Italian sandwich. The German sandwich? It's a German sandwich with Italian filling. So bad. Freaking the sexual innuendos are so bad, man. Okay, Tomas has pulled out a 6-second gap now, as Brooks and Nizio are battling it out. Oh, Camille's going a little bit wide, trying to get a little bit of a cutback. Now I don't know how good that Mercedes is in a straight line, in a good draft. I mean, they're both in a draft. No, he pulled out too soon. That's okay. They're gonna go side by side. Oh, a little bit of trade and paint. He kind of forced his way into that section. take too much curb, get squirrely. That's gonna allow Nikolai through. Oh, Valentine giving him a little bit of a love tap. Letting him know I'm still here. Okay, are we gonna go too wide going in this chicane too? Looks like it. Oh, no, Nikolai. Oh, Jesus. Camille is really going defensive. He's got 3 cars wide. Camille, what are you doing? Camille just bullying everybody. Get out of my way. I don't think he expected Valentine to pull up to the side like that. That was... Well then, we've seen it both ways. There was no crash, but there was a lot of paint trading this time. Jesus, I can't speak today. There's lots of traint painting. Oh, what happened to Nizio? Looks like something happened to Nizio as Dennis Van de Ven has made it past him. Oh, the groups have caught each other. Oh! Here we go. Team Future at the back, and we got Colin Sanders just in the background there in that Team Tracksvr white and orange livery. Nizio, I don't know if Nizio had a little bit of a bobble on or if Brooks and Nizio had it coming together and allowed these two other Team Future cars to catch right up. Yeah, we got Golab, Brooks, Van de Ven, and Schoolian. Yeah, we got 4 in the top 5. Yeah, I think
Team Future needs to be BOP'd.
like just a little bit. They got 4 of the top 5 drivers are Team Future. Yeah. Although I don't think they really figured how bad the Corvette would be on this track, because it's pretty slow on this track. But that's okay. Colin's doing good, considering all things. Colin is doing good. Oh, we're catching blue flags. Oh, we're catching blue flags. Jack has made up 4 spots since we last went on board with him. He's up in the 22nd now. Yeah, he's got a 1.5 second gap. He's got a 10-second gap behind him, so he's got a lot of breathing room at the moment. Lots of time to push, and there's a battle just in front of him. Actually, we're gonna go on board. There's Colin in the back, or Colin. There's Jack in the background. We're on board with Rafa Nizio, who is right behind Colin, 4th in that Porsche, and then Dino Feldetta. Oh, this is gonna be a 4-way battle pretty soon. Oh, Flavio Azzori has unfortunately DNF'd. That's 3 this race so far, and we're only just over 15 minutes into this race. These guys are all pretty evenly spread, about half a second apart. We will come back in a moment. Let's go back on board with Mr. Nizio here. Looks like Colin is dipping into the pits. I just saw that white orange Corvette go into the pit lane. We're seeing people come out. I think some guys are going to opt for a short first stint and then 2 longer stints to finish off the race, just to kind of get themselves some breathing room, as we do still have like 29 or 30 drivers left on the track. 30 drivers still left going. So that's a good win-win. Brooks is starting to pull away now that Van de Ven has gotten in front of Nizio. Brooks is slowly pulling away, and Ben Schoolian, I don't know if he's just biding his time or if that BMW is like the Corvette and just not having a lot of fun on this track. I feel Monza is a track made for the shorter wheelbase cars, just because it's a lot of tight corners, not a lot of long corners, long corners. Let's go back on board with Dennis. Ooh, here we go. This is a good little 4-way battle. A couple BMWs and a McLaren. And the Porsche of Jordan Schwartz. BMW, yeah, that's what I figured the BMW is going to suffer. See, as somebody who hasn't driven all the cars on all the tracks, I have no idea what car suffers and what car's not. I'm just guessing. So if my guess was pretty close, I'm going to go with it. All right. Dennis Lysenko He's got a nice little draft. Opting for the outside. Oh, he's going to make it stick, maybe. He's going to get forced wide. Oh, that is going to be, I'm going to call that R factor 2 physics, because that looked like they were both just stuck together. Unfortunate for Dennis Lysenko there, but it allowed Jordan Schwartz and Josh Vanderstern to gain 2 free spots. Jordan's going to, Josh just kind of gave it to him. He didn't defend it at all. Oh, he almost got the cutback. He just had to give it back up as Jordan kept the apex there. But that was very well done by Jordan, who's making up for lost time, I'm sure. Now he should be able to pull away from Joss in that bright orange BMW. Yeah, Jackaboy's doing good. Jackaboy's making up spots from people pitting and stuff. So it's gonna be interesting to see where his pit strategy comes in.
I don't know anything about either one of their pit strategies, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Good. I don't want to know. I figured it out myself. Go back on board with Michael Nitzio as he's got a nice little draft off of Dennis Van de Ven here, going into the penultimate corner. No, it's not penultimate corner. Yeah, it is. The camera angle threw me for a loop. Yes, that's very true. Oh! Another factor that is coming into play that I totally forgot about to mention at the beginning of the race while we watch this battle go on. Ballast penalties, or success ballast penalties. You're doing good, so you get a penalty. Yeah, I know it sounds weird. Giuseppe Pastore has 25 kilograms of weight. Michael Nitzio, who we're on board with at the moment, has 15 kilograms of extra weight, so that's causing him to be a little bit slower. Along with Nikolai and Andrea Zampini and Ben Sculian all have 15 kilograms of weight, so poor Ben. The BMW is suffering at this track, plus now he's got extra weight out of the car, so it's going to really hurt. And then Camille has 5 kilograms of weight. So there are your success ballast penalties that I forgot to mention at the beginning of the race. Looks like Nitzio is that 15 kilogram weight success ballast is actually playing a factor in how much the draft is actually helping Michael Nitzio currently, because it looks like he's got a good draft, but he just doesn't gain any more, can't get closer than like a car length or half a car length in the draft. He doesn't seem to make up too much distance, and if he does, it takes a long time. Throw it through Ascari. I love that corner. Or those 3 corners. Chicane corners, they're the same. Alright, here we go. Nitzio just hugging that draft as close as he can. That 15 kilograms is really making him suffer. This is very good driving, though. Very, very good driving by Michael Nitzio. Okay, so Colin Sanders did pit, and he came out. Holy, Colin Sanders came all the way out in 24th, pitting so early. All right, here we go. Nitzio's going for the move. But that 15 kilograms, you can already tell that 15 kilograms has started to slow down the car. He's a little bit later on the brakes than Van de Ven. Can he make it stick? Oh, a little bit of contact. But all is well. It's not done yet. That move isn't done yet. That 15 kilograms of weight is definitely showing. Now he's just going to have to slot back in behind. Yep. Well done. There's a little bit of contact there, but nothing major. I would just call it a racing incident. They both tried turning in to meet the apex and met there at the same time. Yeah, it's all people pitting. Yeah. Yeah, pit strategies are going to start to come into play because we all know everybody has to pit twice with the double fuel wear? Yeah, double fuel wear. You're flat out 90% of the race almost, right? Yeah, this is going to be a track where... Oh, Van de Ven goes wide through the first corner of Ascari, allowing Nitzio an easy pass. and gets Ben Schoolian right up onto his bumper. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen here. Technically, Van de Ven should have the better draft, as he's getting a draft from the front and the back. Yeah, Colin pit, yeah. Yes. For lack of a better term, yes. Your choice of words is not very polite when you have ballast and you're that close. your choice of words is, yeah, not very polite. Oh, here we go. Dennis Van de Ven's going to go for the move up the inside, going into turn 1. Oh, Michael is very good on the brakes on that car. A little bit deep, though. He's going to sacrifice his exit. Yes, if he was smart, he would have been saving fuel, yeah. And just lifting when he started to catch up and just keep that gap, he would have been doing very well. Okay, let's see. Van de Ven's going on the inside. That's okay. They're still side by side, yeah. Oh, Michael taking too much curb. That's gonna allow Ben to get side by side. Here we go into Techno 1 or Lesmo 1. Jesus. This is a good little back and forth between these two, and Schoolian's just like, I'm just gonna hang out. Schoolian hasn't really gotten lost. He's just hanging, he's vibing in the background. And then Jos van der Sturen is blue flag. He just came out of the pit, so he's a blue flag. There's another reason why that side by side was a little bit sketchy on the exit. Yes, with the 2 times fuel, you need to be saving as much fuel as you can. Yeah, if you're going from a 45-second pit stop to like even a 40-second pit stop, 5 seconds at Le Mans is huge. Gonna go back a couple spots to Camille and Valentine and Paolo Nucci. Another 3-way battle. Couple of them kind of. Is that Paolo Nucci? Whoa! Oh, and it collected Valentin Iliev. No. That is super unfortunate. I don't know what happened there. Oh, at least it was before the pits. And these guys are still going at it. Tomas has a 10-second gap to Michael Brooks, and Michael Brooks has a 5-second gap to these 3. Wait. Nitsio it seems like he's good through the first chicane, but he suffers in the second chicane, is what I'm seeing. And I think it's because he's taking too much of the sleeping policeman. Alright, is there any battle? Let's go to the back of the pack. See if there's any battles in the back. Let's go on board with Mateo. Ooh. Mateo and Arcturus going at it into turn 1. We all know Mateo has the speed, but he's trying to make up for that penalty after last race, that 15 place grid penalty. It really hurts. Arcturus going super defensive. Mateo taking way too much curb, but oh, Arcturus screws up the exit out of the right-hander. Oh, there's Colin in the background. He's hanging out. He's vibing. Nesmo 1. And then the more tricky, Nesmo 2. A little bit too much curb there, Mateo. That's going to hurt your exit speed, but that's okay. Oh, and then just a little bit farther up the road, we got Colin Forth and Rafa Nizio still going at it. Some good-looking cars on the track. Oh, here we go. Massimo and Dennis Lysenko. All right, let's see if this BMW of Dennis Lysenko can make it past the Corvette. 2 cars that suffer on this track. Let's see which one suffers less. Who's going to be better on the brakes? Looks like Dennis easily. Oh no, he outbroke himself. Huge. Yeah, that's gonna be. Did Massimo wipe out? Yep, he sure did, because Jack just passed him. As you can see, Jack driving away. He did wait. He did slow up and wait. But then when I seen him take off, it was just like, yeah, he must have kicked back up. These guys still having their battle. Nizio and Van de Ven still having their battle. Oh. Dennis Van de Ven flashing some peeps. I'm assuming it's a blue flag just up the road. Tomas has come into the pits for his first of 2 pit stops, I'm sure. Van de Ven, why are you flashing people? Oh, he's going to the pits. Okay, we don't have to worry about him. Oh, the whole group just goes into the pits. All right. So that the top 6 guys all went into the pits at the same time, basically. Yep, here we go. Everybody's coming to the pits between at the 45-minute mark. We have 8, 9 people in the pits at the moment. I was like, I don't want to go to the top guys to see where their things are. There we go. Rafa Nizio. I just saw that now. Jack Romania has actually DNF, so we have 4 DNFs this race. Yeah, it was 1 or 2 last race. Look at all the people in the pits at the same time. Holy! Well, the race is going to be boring for the next couple minutes, as you see half the grid is in the pits. Like, quite literally half the grid is in the pits. Holy crap. Holy. We haven't seen that in any of the races so far. I don't even want to go on board with anybody because everybody's in the pits. Like, if I go on board with Dennis. Oh, Dennis just came out. Right in front of his teammate, Tomas. So Tomas had a poor pit stop. He either had a really bad outlap, or he changed his tires and added fuel to the car. Whereas Dennis probably just added fuel. Because Tomas should have came out, because he was in way before these guys were. He had a freaking like 12-second gap. Although team orders look like they might be coming out, and Tomas is going to be taking the spot into Nesmo 1 there. Very heavy-handedly, no problem. And then everybody else is so spread out. Okay, Mada. Here we go. Okay, we got Andre, Mada, and Ben Skulian. Oh, and Vitaly Vitt all going at it. We got 2 BMWs, the only Boatley, and one of the Macaws. For anybody that doesn't know, Macaw is McLaren. So if I say Macaw, I mean the McLaren. On that note, if I say Feza, if I say Feza, I mean the Ferrari. This is a nice little drag race. 3 massive cars going at it, coming into Ascari. Skulian easily making the pass, getting the pass done. Mada having a really hard time for the first part of Ascari. Wow, he took so much of the curb on the exit. I don't know what Andre was doing. He was like, I'm going to go to the beach for a bit. Dastan in the background there. Well, dude, turn 1. You should have seen turn 1. Jesus. Did he add something to his car? It says PEA on it. Did he add that just recently? Or PE4? Mada. It's got a red little sticker above the face now. Huh. Interesting. But he's got it's going to be a drag race. He's pulling out to the inside. Let's see if he can make the... Nope. He's not confident on the brakes in that big Boatley. I mean, I wouldn't be either, trying to stop something that big. Oh, he's got a better exit. Slightly. But he's got the outside line going into turn 3. He's got the long way to go. That's who I'm right on board with. Oh no, I'm up here, sorry. Yeah, this is back. They're just coming around turn 3 now. Oh, that's gonna allow Andre. I don't know. Vitaly Vit's just having a hard time in that BMW. He just lost 2 spots in like 2.5 corners. I don't know if he's got damage from earlier or if he's on some, as Howard likes to say, weirdly worn rubber. We haven't heard that term this season. And we got Matteo is finally starting to put in some pace. He's up in the 19th, gained 1 spot from where he started this race. Nope, I'm not going to go there. Tomas with the new fastest lap of a 146.8. The last few people finally coming into the pits for their first pit stop. Colin, actually, Colin's strategy of pitting earlier than everybody else has actually put him out in the lead by about 4 seconds. You see Michael Brooks and Michael Nizio coming into the background there out of turn 3. Here we go, Jos van der Sturren and Matteo Vernol going at it into turn 1. That BMW gonna have a better... No, the BMW just having a hard time through the first corner, or the first 2 corners. I have whispering going on behind me. And it's slightly distracting. Ooh, here we go. Jack's caught up to Camille. All the whispering behind me is throwing me off. I'm just like, I'm looking at the race. I'm looking at the race going, what do I talk about? I'm listening to the people behind me and I'm trying to comment on the route. It's freaking me out. It's freaking me out. My brain's like, I don't know what to do. So Jackaboy's up into 16th. I don't know if Jack has pit yet. I don't think he's pit yet. I think he's trying to do a 1-stop just from that sound, from that question I just heard him ask. I think he's trying to 1-stop it. As we go on board with Vitaly Vit, trying to get a draft off of Dastan and that Aston Martin, but it looks like the draft just isn't enough in that BMW. Although we're going to have a nice little 3-way battle here. 4-way battle maybe? No, 3-way battle. That R8 is a blue flag, so they do not matter in this little battle. Shh, there is. I mean, not right now, but there were. Auntie's like, dude, there's nobody behind you. I was like, there was. There, you probably just heard one of them. Nikolai's flashing the lights at Ben. That car looks really mean with those headlights on and that color combo. It looks really mean. No. Never again. No. Just a hair. Just a hair. You know, any anime weebs, when we ride on board with Nikolai, if anybody could tell me what anime the freaking characters are from, I would love to know, because I've been trying to figure it out forever and I can't figure it out. Speaking of which, Nikolai is trying to send it up the inside. The BMW not having the braking power going into the chicane, as Nikolai smoked him on the just in braking. It wasn't even just because he had the draft. He just outbroke him like by good 20 feet probably. Oh, Josh Van der Stern and Matteo Vernol still going at it. Matteo doing a good job parking that car around the apex so Josh can't get a good exit, but Matteo getting a little bit squirrely coming out of that chicane, gonna give Josh a good little run up behind him. Let's see what happens here. Is he gonna try to peek up the inside, or is he gonna pull it to the out? No, he's gonna peek up the inside. Drag race into turn 4. Nope. Josh opts to pull in behind and not do anything stupid. There is still 35 minutes left in this race, so he's just, I'm assuming he's just gonna bide his time and just hang out. Everybody else is super spread out. Actually, let's go on board with Dastan and Andres. They go through Ascari here. They enter too wide, but they are exiting single file. Dastan in that Aston Martin getting a nice little draft off the McLaren. Let's see what he can do with it. Pulls up to the inside into the penultimate corner. I'm going to assume he's got it pretty easy. Yep. Andre just kind of lets him have it, and Dastan does a very good job of parking the car around the apex so that he can't, that Andre can't get past. Shh. I will keep telling myself that, Ante. No problem. I can tell myself that all day long. I do it on a daily basis. Today's no different. No, that people are behind me. All right, Andre going into the braking zone. He's going to send it up the inside. Turn 1. Dastan. Oh! Dastan with too much. Just gave it a little bit too much gas and ended up spinning himself. Oh, that was close. Jesus criminy. That's okay. That R8 is actually a blue flag anyway, so he probably got in front of Dastan and went, oh, it got blue flag. Backed off. But yeah, that was, there was no contact there at all. That was all Dastan spinning himself out. That was 100% him. Ben trying to catch back up to Nikolai now. Paolo Nucci kind of in no man's land. He's got about a 2-second gap ahead and behind, so nothing too bad. Colin Sanders, still your leader at the moment, keeping a good 3 to 3.5 second gap to Michael Brooks behind him, and Tomas, Tomas is on a tear. He came out behind Van de Ven, and he was about 10 seconds behind Michael Brooks. He's now 2 seconds behind Michael Brooks. He is on a rampage. He wants that win for Team Future at Monza. But can the Porsche do it? Or is one of the Ferraris going to take the win for Monza? If you got, man, if you were here on a daily basis, you would slap one of said employees almost every day. Yeah, Tomas is stupid fast, dude. I don't understand, like, where his pace came. Like, in the first sector alone, he's minimum 3/10 faster than everybody in just the first sector. Ooh, cucumber and green, or orange peppers, orange bell peppers. Oh, here we go. Jacoboy Trewick has got Matteo Vernol on his tail. Matteo's making up for lost time. Like I said, 15 place grid penalty. He started in 20th. He's up in 16th at the moment. So, but Jack's got. We all know Jack can defend like a madman, considering he held up 2 Ferraris for like 20 minutes last race. Let's see if he can hold up that R8. Going into Nesmo 1 and 2. I know he has a hard time in these 2 corners. All he's got to do is just keep his wits about him, keep his patience. Goes a little bit wide. Oh no, we got Mistral off in the wall out of Nesmo 2. Jacoboy's going to have the better the better run. Oh, but the power of the R8 is actually starting to pull Matteo back up alongside. They're going too wide into Ascari. Matteo pulls back out. Very well done. Very, very well done. That was actually really good by both drivers. Very, very well done by both drivers. Okay, now let's see what Jack can do again. He's gonna keep it to the defended line. Force Matteo on the outside of the penultimate corner here. Let's see what happens. Jacoboy, as long as he doesn't outbrake himself, yeah, parks it right on the apex. That R8 has nowhere to go. Jack breaking a little bit of the draft before the straight. All right, let's see if Matteo can make a move. I think he's too far back. I honestly, unless he goes suicide, man. Just takes a peek. Just takes a peek. Jack's doing a good job. Like I said, you just got to keep it defended. And that, yeah, like Eric just said behind me, that Matteo taking too much curb on the entry to turn 1 is really going to make him suffer. What you vibrating over there? I was like, what the heck? I'm hearing noises now. Auntie? Yeah, I'm hearing noises. Not just voices. Tomas is now a second behind Michael Brooks. I'm gonna have to go up to the battle for second place here. Oh, Matteo taking a little bit too much curb. That curb's okay because it's just serrated. There's no sausage curb. Jacoboy's gonna force him to the outside for turn 1 of Ascari, but I think that R8 is just gonna have a little more power. No, they're still side by side. Still side by side. Still side by side. A little bit of contact, but nothing major. That was very well done. Very respectful from both drivers. Jack going just a little bit wide. Jos Van der Sturen has gotten past as well, but that's okay. Jack's got a draft now. As long as he keeps his patience and wits about him, he's only, I mean, he qualified 21st. He's up in the 17th, and he hasn't pitted yet, so he's still on old tires, right? Like, I'm gonna assume Jack's gonna be pitting in the next 5 or 10 minutes. Matteo breaking the draft of Joss behind him. Matteo is much better through turn 1 when he doesn't have anybody in front of him, doesn't have any dirty air. Oh, I missed the pass. Got too excited. I missed the pass. Michael Brooks, Tomas has passed Michael Brooks now, and they are about 3 seconds behind Colin Sanders Destin, and that bright blue Aston Martin is just a back marker. So I wonder where they will catch, where these two will catch that back marker of Destin, and how much it's going to play. Colin has come into the pits for his second and last pit stop of the race. We're going to keep an eye on where he comes out, just to see how that's going to affect things. So this could be your battle for the lead. I don't know if they're going to be 2 stopping it or if they're going for the 1 stop, but we oh, Michael getting a little bit squirrely coming out of turn 2. Colin, I'm going to say, should come out in he shouldn't go past 11th, I don't think. Depends on how much. He is too. Dennis Van de Ven is catching Michael Nizio. Both Team Future drivers in those Porsches are starting to turn on the afterburners. I feel like Porky Pig. I can't talk. Ooh, Colin's dropping way back. All that extra fuel he's got to take. You shouldn't be taking that much fuel, though. Unless he had damage from early on that he's fixing, I'm not sure. But this is going to be a good little battle as soon as Dennis catches right up to Michael Nizio. Oh yeah, definitely not. If they're on 1-stop tactics, then they're hacking for sure. Like big time hacking if they're on. Colin Sanders has come out in P19 as Dino just passes him as he's coming out. That's okay. Colin's going to be on fresh tires and be able to push now, so go back on board with Van de Ven and see how this turns out. Yeah, they should. I think Bezrakov's easily going to have to pit again. As there goes Nizio into the pits for his final pit stop. Yeah, I think Tomas and Michael are going to pit with like 10 or 15 minutes left. I'm just thinking, because they pitted pretty late into the race. They pitted around the 45-minute mark, so they went about 30 minutes on fuel. I feel they'll be doing just a quick splash and dash at the end. Valentin, oh, here we go. Valentin Iliev, Jack Draywick. Jack just coming in. Jack just playing his defensive game against Valentin here. Valentin, remember earlier on, unfortunately was taken out by a spun car in the penultimate corner, so I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of PTSD there. That's just a stock livery. The BMW is just a stock livery. Yeah, everybody's starting to come in for their pit stops, for their second to last pit stop. Oh no, what happened to Colin? I just happened to look over and he was way down in spots. I don't know if he got taken out or... I think Colin just DNF'd himself. Woo, here we go, nice little battle between Denis Lysenko and Arcturus Kamal. Going too wide into turn 3 in the matching liveried BMWs with the Ferrari of Raffinizio right behind him. Too wide in... Oh, Josh Van der Stroen gets a penalty. Too wide into turn 4. Yep, I think Colin has DNF'd. There are 5 DNFs, and then Colin says he's just in the pit, so I don't know if he's actually DNF'd or not. Michael Nizio actually only came out in 18th. And he's in this battle with Arcturus and Denis Lysenko. See if he can make a move coming into Ascari here. Nope, just gonna play it safe. Probably gonna think about it going into penultimate corner or in turn 1. If he knows that he's got better if he's got the better braking, he might Oh, Dino's in the pits. Maybe Dino and Colin had to come in together. Yeah, there goes Dino, just got a penalty, so I'm going to assume... Oh no, Dino probably got his penalty for speeding in the pit lane. But because Colin was behind Dino when he came out of the pits, I'm going to assume that that's what caused the penalty. But we will have to wait and see what happens there. I'm going to turn my mic up just a hair. Michael Nizio putting lots of pressure on Arcturus here. Come on, there we go. I was like, I pushed the button, why is it not showing up? These guys are all driving fairly safely. No other buff. Tomas is now 5 seconds. Vitaly Witt has a penalty now. Penalties are just getting pushed out everywhere. I'm assuming... Oh, Jacoboy Trebek is in the pits for his pit stop. So we got to see where he's going to come out. Looks like he's going to come out in 22nd. Yeah, Jacoboy Trebek's coming out in 22nd. Michael Nizio taking a peek up the outside, going into Ascari here. I'm just trying to remember where I am on the track. Holding it single file with a back marker. Uh-oh. Oh, no, that's not a back marker. That's Massimo Sorelli. This is actually race for position. I wonder if he's got... Whoa, okay, let's... Hang on. Don't kill each other. No need to... It's not a warm-up lap. We're not just warming up our tires. We're racing still. Everybody's weaving in and out like they're freaking on the highway or something. Michael Nizio making the pass up the inside. Is it going to stick? Oh, they're still side by side. Drag race. So we all know Michael Nizio is very, very good on the brakes. Let's see how he does against the likes of Arcturus Kamal in that BMW. He has been able to outbrake some of the other BMWs, but Nizio also with the 15 kgs of added weight balance as Massimo Sorelli sends it up the inside of Rafa Nizio in the back there. Holy. Michael Nizio and Arcturus Kamal still going at it. Refresh my overlay here, see if Colin is still in the pits. Let me look. Nope, Colin has come out of the pits now. Colin is still racing. Even though he took a little bit of damage, he's back out on the track racing as Michael Nizio taking a peek up the inside of Nesmo 1. Wow, they're still, he's like glued to his bumper. Coming into Lesmo 2, takes a nice easy line through Lesmo 2. Jacoboy Trewick is actually moved up to P20 now, gaining a couple spots. And now he's just got a massive gap. Getting a couple spots, I'm assuming, from people serving pit penalties and stuff like that. Michael Nizio up the inside, going into Scary turn 1. Easily being able to make that move done, but can he make it stick without spinning out coming out of Ascari pretty easily? Now that BMW is going to have a nice little draft, and with poor Nizio with that 15 kgs of weight, it's going to be a little bit hard for him to pull away massively in the draft, but it looks like he's got this no problem. Very, very nicely done. Let's go on board with our Rafa Nizio, who's actually looking like he's having a little bit of struggle bus. Oh, he's pitting, that's why. I don't know why that took so long to pan to Camille, because it was probably changing cameras. Camille and Matteo Vernol actually all the way up into P9, although I do believe Matteo has to pit again. I think. So Rafa Nizio is coming for his last pit. Michael Brooks is coming for his last pit, so it should be just a quick splash and dash. Get out and go, unless he's got to change his tires as well. I'm not sure. I don't know if he changed his tires. Dennis Vandeven coming in for his final pit stop. We have less than 19 minutes left in this race, so about 10 laps-ish. I don't understand where Golap's got all that speed from. Like, his pace is just insane. Insane? Insane. Insane. It's definitely insane. I don't, yeah. English is my first language. I still don't know how to speak it. Hey, I'm allowed to use your line. Everybody else is too spread out. I gotta wait for everybody to come out of the pits again. Valentin Iliev, Mada, both of them in the pits. Dennis Vandeven came out. Just with his quick splash and dash, came out in 8th. He actually gained a spot on Michael Brooks coming out of the pit lane. Dennis Vandeven really only splash and dash. Like, he gained lots of time on Michael Brooks. Holy. Michael may have had to change his tires too. Might have, but I'm not sure. Let's go on board with our boy Colin, who unfortunately had a little bit of a incident. I don't know if he was bumped or if he took too much curb and it was just a driver error or what, but he's pushing forward and trying to make up for lost time. Jacoboy is on the tail end of Rafa Nizio, both on relatively fresh tires. Rafa's going to be a little bit fresher than Jack as he just came out of the pits. Jack's tires are about 2, maybe 3 laps old at this point, so this will be a nice little battle to watch. And then Ben Sculian way up the road, having lapped these gentlemen already, so they won't be racing with him, but these two will be racing together for sure. See how Jack can do, catching up to that phaso there of Raffinizio in the stock. I keep wanting to call it the Simp Racing Ferrari, but it's the SMP Racing Ferrari. So, I apologize. Oh, Van de Ven's back in the pits again. Maybe he forgot to change tires? As Jack is right on the tail end of Nizio now. He's gonna have a nice little draft. Let's see what he can do. Let's see how much room it's gonna catch him up going into or coming up to a Ascari here. As you can see, Nikolai, Jordan, and Ben all coming into the first corner of Ascari. One of the nicest flowing sections on a racetrack ever. Jack having an amazing drive through Ascari. Where that came from, I have no idea, but holy Christ, he gained probably 4 car lengths on Nizio in 2 corners. Like, that was an amazing drive. He had the line pat. I'm glad we caught that on stream, because that was a really nice pass. Holy, I thought he was going to spin himself out, because it almost looked like he went too wide, but that was a very nice pass. All right, Golab and Skulian have come in for their final pit stop. Hey, like I said, in the 15 minutes, they're going to be pitting to do their last stop. As you can see, Golab just coming out of the pits at the top of your screen there. Coming out in 3rd place. Why it's showing that he's still in the pits, I have no idea, because he's been out of the pits for a bit. Coming out in 3rd, Skulian, Camille, and Andre all in the pits. Oh, Matteo Vernol in the pits now as well, so things still getting shuffled around. Let's do this for a second, and then we'll do this. Okay. Just talking to myself, no worries. Now, do we think Jordan Schwartz and Nikolai are going to be able to go for the next 15 minutes? Auntie is saying that Nikolai in the AMG could possibly do it, but it's going to be very, very tight, so we'll keep an eye on that. And Jack is actually pulling away from Rafa now pretty easily. His tire's actually at temperature after a few laps of warming up. Rafa's tires still have to warm up here. Oh, I meant to click on Matteo. No, what? Andrea Zampini, here we go. Andrea Zampini and Michael Brooks going at it. R8 versus Ferrari. Let's see what happens. You don't think so? I think I'm going to say he's pitting. Okay, well, here Jordan apparently is in the pits. Yep. I'm going to say Nikolai is going to pit in the next couple laps. And just add 5 or 6 laps of fuel and then go from there. Yeah, yeah. I knew it would probably be close, but I keep forgetting we're at Monza, not somewhere else where you're off the gas most of the time. Schwartz is in, Camille is in, so Tomas is back up into 2nd place. His pit strategy going all sorts of well for him. Everybody else is like 4 seconds apart, 2 seconds apart, 16 seconds apart. All right, it's going to be interesting to see when Nikolai goes into the pits and when he comes out. It's going to be close. If he only wants, it's going to be super, super close. He's going to have to do some more fuel saving if that's the case. It's going to be super, super close. But yeah, it's going to be, Nikolai's definitely going to be a splash and dash. like 100% splash and dash. Everybody's so spread out now. It's like I don't know who to ride on board with. Our poor microwave. Matteo doing his best to catch up to Andre here. Get Tracksvr a new microwave. Ah, here we go. Valerio Margarito and Dino Feldata. And is that Francesco Bernardi? Nope. So it's just Valerio Margarito and Dino. And Dino's coming up to a back marker, so we'll see what happens there. And Colin Sanders, you probably couldn't see him in the background because he's should be coming around right now. Oh, I was a little bit late. He's just riding the struggle bus. It's the last 10 minutes. Nikolai still has not come into the pits yet? What the heck, man? Oh my god. Is it Neum? Neum. Oh my god. I apologize for the cats in the background. Okay, if Nikolai doesn't dive in this lap, he's gotta be... He's really gotta be fuel saving. Like, really gotta be fuel saving. Oh, there's Jack in the background. Alrighty, I want to jump on board with a battle, but there's nobody battling. They're all battling their own. They're battling their own battles. He's still not coming into the pits, dude. What the heck, man? He's pitted once. Me and Auntie have just been talking about it. He pitted around the 45-minute mark. So unless he's like really freaking fuel saving, there's no way he should be able to go this long. Ooh, here we go. Finally, a battle. Matteo's caught up to Andre here. Let's watch. Let's see what happens. Matteo's trying to make up for lost time. Oh, Andre takes lots of curb. Like I always say, sacrifice the first corner of a chicane, not the second. And Andre did exactly the opposite. And it hurt him. And that is that yellow and black bumblebee looking Ferrari in the background is just a blue flag. Oh, yellow in sector 2. Who is that? Whatever. Ah, okay. Here we go. These two behind me are talking and it's throwing me off, you guys. I seriously apologize. It's throwing me right off. Jordan Schwartz is looking to make a move on Palanucci going into turn 1. They're going to have a quick little drag race. Jordan Schwartz way better under braking. Palanucci just not quite confident. Oh my god, never ever do it again. Palanucci just not as confident under the brakes as Jordan Schwartz. And now Jordan Schwartz is caught up to Camille. Going into turn 4, Jordan Schwartz full sending it up the inside. Both cars taking a lot of curb. Looks like Camille had a little bit better exit out of turn 5. Let's see what happens going to the Lesmo 1. Whoa. Lesmo 2. This is a nice little three-way battle. And then Jordan Schwartz. Oh, there we go. Nikolai's in the pits now. Let's see how many positions he loses. Nikolai's only lost 2 spots, or only lost 1 spot. Nikolai has pulled out the amazing pit strategy of the century. Oh my lord. Very, very... very, very interesting. A lot of people didn't pick the Mercedes because it looks like Nikolai is starting to get that thing dialed in if he's going to start competing for first places. I mean, he's 30 seconds behind poor Tomas, but... All right, Paolo Nucci looking to possibly make a move on Camille here. Nope. Just keeping it nice and easy going to turn 1. So it's looking like we're gonna have 3 Team Future cars up in the top 5, and 2 of them are gonna be on the podium. Oh, Paolo Nucci taking a peek up the inside, going to turn 4. Oh my freaking lord. This is a good... Oh, Matteo behind. Matteo and Valentin Iliev going at it now too. Lots of little battles starting to pop up. Matteo Vernol taking a peek up the inside. Is that going to force Valentin to have a wider line? Nope. Matteo doing his job to use all of the track that he is allowed. Oh, really squirrely coming out of Nesmo too. But he's going to have a better run. It's going to be a drag race to Ascari here. Let's see which car has the better top end. Valentin's got the inside line, but is... Nope, Matteo... Valentin gave it to him. That was a gimme. That was a gimme. He backed out like really early. He could have fought that going to that corner, but probably didn't feel the confidence or the trust in the other driver, which, I mean, hey, everybody's been there. No hard feelings. Paolo Nucci and Camille still going at it. Paolo hasn't been able to make the move, but he's looking this time going to turn 1 up the inside. Gets forced a little bit onto the sleeping policeman, but that's okay. All right, now we got a nice little drag race through turn 3, coming into the second chicane of turn 4 and 5. Paolo looking on the inside. Is he going to have the top end to come around the corner and try to make this stick? Oh, he's trying. He's going to try it. Too wide into turn 4. Oh, Camille gets a little bit too much curve, but that's okay because it forced Paolo to kind of have a different line. And Dennis Van de Ven starting to catch up in the background there. Oh, he's all kind of squirrely coming into Nesmo 2 or Nesmo 1. There. Things are starting to heat up. Last 2 laps. Actually, where is Tomas? Going into Ascari. Nope, going into turn 4, 5. So he's halfway around the track, so... Yeah, about 2 laps left. Listen to these smart asses behind me. I think they're doing it on purpose now. They're purposely trying to throw me off. No, that just means you're not a winner. I think only I mean, if you can sit on an ice cream cone and tell me what flavor it is, there's something more than just being smart. Paolo Nucci trying again up the inside turn 1. They're still side by side coming through turn 2, but they both get squirrely. Paolo Nucci got forced a little bit wide, but lots of paint trading. I was gonna get that mixed up again, and I was like, the word that I was gonna say was not gonna be a good one. Drag race into turn 4, 5. Paolo Nucci's on the inside again. Still too wide. Oh, Paolo squeezes him a little bit. That might be looked at. Whoa, what the hell is Camille doing? That was Camille all the way. I don't know why he flew to the inside of the track like that. He literally cut Dennis's nose off. That's Camille. What are you doing? That's a blue flag, man. What are you doing? Oh, that's not. Dennis is actually in the fight. I thought that was Tomas's car. They need to have something to differentiate. No, this is a battle for position. But still, that was definitely a blocking maneuver, and that was very, very dangerous. But yeah, you don't get any points. Ego. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's see if Dennis can. This is the fight for 10th place, just as an FYI. Dennis and Camille here. Another yellow in Sector 3. That must have been out of Ascari. All right, here we go. Dennis is going to look for the move up the inside. Should easily be able to make it. Easily be able to make this move done. Cuts right back. I think that was intentional. Cuts the nose of Camille's car right off. That was a pretty harsh move. It was slow. Yeah, whatever. But no, he like full change of direction and everything. All right, let's see if Camille can respond. Probably not. He's lost quite a bit of time. I just heard the funniest thing. Jack's like, are we going to have one more lap after this, or is it going to be one more lap? Because he's in comms with Colin, right? Colin was like, what, are you not going to have any fuel? Jack goes, oh no, I'm good on fuel. I just got to take a leak really bad. We're all in here dying of laughter now. So there's a little bit of an embarrassing moment for Jack. You gotta go, yep. Just a little bit of an embarrassing moment for Jackaboy there on stream. We're gonna embarrass each other a little bit. Andre and Valentine having a good little battle on what could possibly be their last lap. I don't think so, because they Tomas just started his lap a little bit ago, so these guys got one more left to go. Andre has one more chance with Valentine going super defensive. Andre trying his best. He's got one more lap to make this pass. Battle for 13th. This is one more lap. Oh. And Palanucci and Van de Ven having a good little race. Let's see. This is the battle for 9th. I wonder how that's going to happen. No, where was my aunt? This is Andre and Valentine. Whoa, going to turn 1. Andre gives him a push. Andre gives him a little bit of a push. I think he's waiting. No, he was waiting. He was waiting. Very, 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 very good gentleman rules. Yeah. Now he's got a blue flag of Dino to get past. Poor guy. Dennis Van de Ven and Palanucci here, still going at it. A few more corners left. Let's go. Let's see if Paolo can get this right. I'm watching, looking at the wrong name. It's always a Porky Pig day when I'm streaming. Always. This is the battle for P9. Let's see. Andre gets a really good run through Ascari. Coming into the long straight before the penultimate corner. This is his last chance to make something happen. Dennis Van de Ven going very defensive. He's opening the door. Paolo just not confident enough. Ooh, Dennis gets a little bit squirrely actually under braking. No, he did get squirrely. You could see the car fishtail a little bit. I think that's going to be all it wrote. Yeah, that's all it wrote. Well done to your top 10. Let's go on board. I think Jack's got Jack and Colin both have the checkered flag as they're sitting here. I don't think they're actually touching, so I'm not going to say that Colin and Jack are kissing, because that would just be weird. I hope the two of you don't hate me after this stream, because Jack ended up P15, so he gained 6 spots from where he qualified, and then I don't think we want to talk about Colin's race. But you got good ones and you got bad ones, right? So at least he can't scream at me now for catching the bad thing on stream. So, Tomas, your podium is as follows. You got Tomas Golab taking the top podium position. Nikolai Bezrukov with a very good pit strategy, taking that second step on the podium, and Michael Brooks taking third to finish out your podium. To finish off your top 10, you got Andrea Zampini, Ben Sculian, Mada Andinka, Michael Nitzio, Jordan Schwartz, Dennis Vandeven, and Paolo Nucci, who tried his best to get that 9th spot back at the end. But that's it for the race, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm going to pass you over to Howard to give his thank yous and goodbyes and all the other good stuff. And I will talk to you guys in a momento.
Hey, race fans. First of all, I want to thank Rick for putting up with the rest of us here at Tracksvr today. You know what? I'm never gonna say it's a bad thing that we like to have fun around here. So, you know, if Rick can be the butt of our jokes, then that's okay for us, because we're the butt of his jokes all the time, anyways. So thank you to Rick. What an awesome commentator! What an awesome streamer! It is always fun to watch him and how he responds to the racing on the track and the behind the scenes stuff that happens in the broadcast booth. Thanks to all the drivers. You guys had a pretty decent race. I mean, I know there's going to be some stuff to look at, but I don't think it was as it's going to be as penalty and intensive as perhaps some of the previous races have been. But congratulations to all the drivers today on your results. Team Tracksvr Racing didn't end up where we necessarily wanted to be, but you know what? That happens, and we're proud of our guys nonetheless. I did want to thank our majority sponsors, Hotel Blackfoot. If you're here in the Calgary area, please stay there. If you're coming into town, a great place to stay, about 5 minutes down the road from us, and you can make your way here. Thanks to FN40's podcast. They're always spreading the word about us. Leanne and Corey, you guys are great. You know, hopefully you're listening and you hear us complimenting you. But an excellent podcast if you're into podcasts. Then as well, we have, of course, our new merchandise site, Square site, Tracksvr Square site. If you search that, it's in the description of the video. Go there for all your Formula One merchandise needs. We also have some odds and ends of other stuff, including some of the VR equipment that we sell. Enough about selling. You know, I want to thank SRM, as always. You guys put on a great league. And I know you guys have so much work before and after each race, and we do really thank you for providing all of that and allowing us to make the work look easy here on the back end in the broadcast booth. So thanks to everybody, and it was a decent race today. Yeah, and Rick, Boxhead Rick, is going to finish off here. You guys take care. I love you all.
All right, everybody, heard it from Howard. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all our sponsors, FN40's podcast, Hotel Blackfoot, and then definitely go check out our merch site. Like Howard said, I did link it in the description below, so you guys can go check that out. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week for Donington Park next week. Sure to be a good one. Very tight track. So it's sure to make a lot of good racing and all that good stuff. So look forward to seeing you guys next week. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will.
Rick's almost there, guys. 96 subscribers.
Yes, we hit 96. I need 4 more.
Needs 4 more.
I need 4 more. 4 more subscribers, and then I'm a happy man. yeah, thanks so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. Auntie, thanks for hanging out, dude. Hope you feel better for next race, because we'd love to see you get back on track and actually give Tomas a run for his money instead of just letting him drive away with the race. But other than that, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys all next week for Donington Park. Same day, same time, same. But yeah.